Disclaimer. This video is speculative. I am not an insider. This is based on past trends, likelihood, and guessing. Do not take this as fact. Hey folks. Tears of the Kingdom is getting closer and closer by the day. I mean, it already was, but now it feels so damn close. The game releases this year on the 12th of May, and we're around 5 months from the day that it comes out. You know what that means we're in store for before that fateful day comes? Build up, trailers, gameplay, and much more. We haven't seen all of that yet. The proper promotion/marketing cycle hasn't really started yet, apart from the 3 smaller teaser/announcement trailers, but you can bet your sweet buttocks that it's coming very soon. As I said, the promotion/marketing cycle for this game hasn't truly begun yet, and I'm going to get to when we can expect that very soon, as well as what exactly is probably going to be dropping to kick it all off. I've said this many times on the channel, but those 3 trailers we've seen so far were all basically teasers. Short trailers with intriguing shots throughout, but none are the official game trailer. The trailer that gets played on ads to really show the game off and get people pre-ordering. The trailer that has a bit of everything from the game, the Underground, Sky, Ganondorf, the Hand, and Hyrule all in one, as well as whatever else we don't know of yet. Speaking of pre-ordering, by the way, that is also something I'll be talking about in this video. There is a lot to discuss, as a lot of big news is very likely to drop soon. Are you ready? Sit tight, get comfy, and as always, be sure to go and grab yourself a snack or drink and send them in to get featured right here. And also be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out. And let's get into this one. Nintendo often holds a February Nintendo Direct presentation, excluding missing one due to world circumstances in 2020. The early on in the year February Direct is Nintendo's sort of preview for the year and beyond, often setting the tone for their big releases in that coming year. When this very likely to happen Direct takes place next month, at the time of recording, it is near impossible that Tears of the Kingdom won't be there. Even if that Direct dropped at the end of this month or beginning of March for whatever reason, it is so extremely unlikely that Tears of the Kingdom wouldn't be there. In February, the game will be only 4 months away from release, and to put that in perspective, Breath of the Wild had both gameplay sessions on the go as well as the official game trailer at E3 2016. In June of 2016 that was. That game was released the following March. That's 9 months before release, it got gameplay and the official trailer. This will be just 4 months before release, and we're still to see any gameplay at all, as well as that official game trailer. Not to mention pre-orders by Nintendo, Amiibo, guides, and all of that fun stuff. None of it's really been shown off. Development timeframes were different, and that's totally okay. I'm just pointing out that a lot is still to come. That February Direct will most likely drop what will be titled as the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom official game trailer. Probably at the end of the Direct too. Now, it may not be announced after that trailer, but sometime shortly after, I imagine a gameplay showcase or treehouse event will be scheduled to show us some gameplay of the game. Like, someone actually playing it. I obviously can't say what would be shown, but my guess would be some gameplay of Link in the Sky, as that is the big focal point so far. I mean, that's literally the game cover. Hell, that could happen during the Direct, but given the size and popularity of a mainline Zelda game, I could see this being its own session. Plus, Directs are around 40 minutes long, and gameplay would realistically take up to 10 to 20 minutes overall. That's the big news coming soon that I alluded to in the title, but it doesn't actually stop there. That's just the main stuff, such as the official game trailer and gameplay coming imminently, in February for sure. Sometime following this, perhaps directly after, perhaps in the next month or so after, we will see the official pre-orders for the game by Nintendo be listed. Yeah, you can pre-order already through video game shop chains and whatnot, but it isn't officially listed by Nintendo yet. Now, that isn't overly exciting in the grand scheme of things, as, you know, it will be, but what is special editions? Given how big the series is for Nintendo, and the recent trend of their major releases getting a good treatment in this regard, it is very likely that we'll see a special or collector's edition of some kind. perhaps a Tears of the Kingdom Switch model. There have been rumours floating around regarding that, and it is pretty likely in general. I'm not going to talk about rumours or leaks or anything here though. With Breath of the Wild, there were 3 versions of the guide, for example. The Standard, the Heroes, and then the big one, the Champions Edition. I imagine something on a similar level will be released. Maybe not 3 versions of a guide, but probably 2. A standard book, and then also a cooler edition with some goodies alongside it. Then you've got Amiibo. There is definitely going to be Amiibo released for this game. Imagine an Amiibo based on that Link statue, Zelda with short hair, and possibly even Ganondorf. Just look at how many Amiibo Breath of the Wild got. I imagine Tears of the Kingdom will be treated similarly. That'd be awesome. The thing is, to sell all of these things, the big promotion cycle needs to begin, and that can't be left too soon before a game comes out. February Nintendo Direct incoming, 4 months before release. It's a perfect fit for all of that. Or at least kicking it off with the official game trailer and some gameplay, then between then and release, rolling out all of the other stuff in the form of announcements. It'll be a much more condensed period compared to Breath of the Wild, but is that a bad thing after the long wait for this game? There's even a chance of more trailers beyond the official game one. Breath of the Wild had several, but at the same time we've already had 3 smaller ones, so who knows. The main point is that there is a lot to come, and it's coming very soon. Mainly the official game trailer and gameplay, but also things like Amiibo, special editions, pre-orders, and maybe even what Nintendo did leading up to Breath of the Wild's release, simply posting fun tweets with artwork or game development stuff. A lot is still to come. I've also seen a lot of people online saying that they're a bit worried about the game, which I can understand, but also at the same time don't think you need to. Nintendo are very experienced, and this series has been running for over 35 years. This is the 20th mainline installment. Yes, not that much is known overall, but more will be revealed, and it's Nintendo. This game's gonna be good. Very soon, things are going to pick up with Tears of the Kingdom, and my god, as a creator, I cannot express how excited I am for that. There will be a ton of fresh content to work on and bring to all of you lovely folks. Something that I believe is very important to note, by the way, is that I have no issues or problems with the time this game is taken to make and eventually release. It might come off that way at times, but truly, I'm happy to wait for the final product, one that has not been rushed. My videos are in no way supposed to come off in that way, or that my ideas are supposed to go against theirs. It's just a bit of fun for me, and at the end of the day, I want to play their game, and have fun doing so. If an idea of mine actually happens or turns out to be true, then that's awesome, but I don't expect any of them. I just love getting creative and sharing my ideas. Let me know one thing that you'd like to see the next trailer show off. It can be more of something already seen, or something entirely new. Let me know, and I'll get round to reading and replying to you all very soon. Now, we wait for February. Let's do this. Be sure to drop a wee like down below if you enjoyed, and also consider subscribing for more fabulous Zelda content. Both would make my day. Follow my socials linked below to keep up to date, and as always, a huge, massive, amazing shout out goes to all of my channel supporters. Thanks a ton. Your support really helps me to make these videos week in, week out, all month long, 365 days a year. If you'd like to join them and get yourself a shout out upon joining and your name at the end of every video, then consider supporting via the links below. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day or night, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.